Hey everybody. I'm back for another round of Canje plays, and this time we're doing Arkham Horror, the card game. Eh, the Dunwich Legacy. I always remember I gotta lean the opposite of where I see it on my screen over here. So I gotta always go that way. It's weird. Hey Kate, hey Steven, how's it going? I was convinced last stream and bought Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. Woohoo! You're gonna love it. You are going to love it. I'm curious to see who you're going to play. I don't want to spoil it for you when it comes in, but when you open it up, the box tells you everything. You don't even have, like, from the first time you lift the lid off, it'll tell you what you need to do. You're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. So, we're here to play Dunwich Legacy. So, my previous playthrough, I did Night of the Zealot, which is the first 3 campaigns to get you into Arkham Horror if you buy the core box. Dunwich Legacy is the first cycle of the expansions that came out of the 10 billion gazillion cards that you will ever own for Arkham Horror card game. Lucky enough, great going. How goes you? I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm excited for you too. Lucky enough, I have a wonderful, wonderful Patreon named Katrina, Kate, who has been wonderfully awesome and awesomely wonderful in terms of helping me because I am not a min-maxer. I'm not a deck builder. I can play a deck building game, but if like you're like, okay, well this card will maximize your deck with this one and this, I don't do that. I just do, oh, here's a deck to play with. I play. But she is awesome at doing that, and she has been wonderful, 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 and help me build out the deck for the new set of investigators for this. So basically how I plan to play it is the entire Dunwich Legacy, if they don't die, will be run with these 2 investigators that I ran, that I have, and I'll introduce them in a second. After I finish that ends their story. The next set of investigators will come in the next expansion, which I think is Path to Carcosa, but we are so far away from that, we're not even going to talk about it. So let's get some information, and then we will get down to the table and do some sturf. How about that? All right, so Dunwich Legacy. So remember when we talked about Arkham Horror, the card game, how thematically it was high up there. Like it's a really great game, and it ranks really high on BGG. Well, if you can see here, Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Legacy got an 8.5, still best 2 player. That's why I have 2 investigators. And they say about an hour to 2 hours to play through, I'm assuming, what this version of it, but that makes no sense because it didn't take me that long. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I might die. Card draw is not the best, and the Bag of Doom has returned to make me even sadder. So, they don't die. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. So let's get down to the table so you can actually see the setup of the first story of Arkham Horror. And what's interesting is this book. So this is Mansions of Madness, right? I have this game too. Anyway, this book is what comes with the first. If you're like, okay, well, I'm going to buy this expansion. You get this book with it, right? And you're like, oh, this is the entire Dunwich Legacy. No. What's basically in this book is 2 scenarios of scenario 1. So all that's in here is scenario 1. Then you have to get the expansion packs that go with it to get the entire cycle. I have the entire cycle, but it's a lot, and that's why I said we're only going to go through this tonight, where it's just we'll play scenario 1A and 1B, and then whatever comes of that, and that will be tonight's game. So I won't keep you too long unless I die. So down the table we go. All right. So this is the setup. I have my lovely broken token tray, the one size fits all tray that gives people a good laugh, and we'll be playing extracurricular activities. Now there was a couple things in here that threw me about this scenario because it's not very well spelled out, and I had to go Googling on the BGG forums, asking people in my Patreon just Googling my life away to kind of understand what's happening. And I'll be able to explain that to you so you don't have to go through that stress. First off, if you look here at extracurricular activities, there's this lovely little symbol here of that little heart, right? Discard the top 2 cards. Yeah, these horrible, horrible effects that happens if you draw it. So there's this symbol that's here. It's probably blurry. That is this lovely thing, this token that needs to get added to the bag. But if you look in here, when they say you do your setup, it's not included. And if you slide through the book, it never says to add it in. So from what I understand from my Googling is that extracurricular activities has this, and you just put it in there. Instead of saying, well, are you supposed to put it in there now? Are you supposed to put it in there later? You don't know. But Googling around, it just kind of says they kind of left that off and you need to add it. So, yeah. Oh, no. No, it isn't. See? Even I'm learning something new. So, it doesn't get added until 1B. And that's when it gets added. Let me get this out of here. Get out of my bag. Get out of my bag, you evil thing. So we're not going to get the 1B yet, but it does take a little while to do it. What's Kate say? It probably takes a little longer with multiple players because they will be discussing their turns. Tokens. Yeah, tokens are added. This is one that's out there. So it may... I'm not going to draw it on this first one because I don't have to. So I just have to worry about the Shroud and Skull. Now, let's introduce our new investigators. One you've seen time and time again. Roland Banks is back in the house. Roland Banks is the detective. He is the guy that they say you should play if you're going to play this game solo. You should play with him because his stats are middle of the road. His health is insane, but his sanity is not that great. But, you know, what's a little crazy between friends? So also, it also says, after you defeat an enemy, discover 1 clue at your location. That's just awesome. So if an enemy attacks you in a place with clues, you kill the enemy, you get a clue. The next thing he says is that if you draw the Elder Sign, +1 for each clue on your location. So he is really good to play. I matched him with the Fed, Roland Banks, with Joe Diamond, the private investigator. It sounds like a really weird name to have, right? Not for Arkham Horror. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So his is forced. When the investigation phase begins, reveal the top card of your hunch deck. And it costs -2 to play it. And then if I get Elder Sign, it's +1. You may move an insight event from your discard pile to the bottom of your hunch deck. What is the hunch deck? It is insight for him. This guy I feel like is a little bit OP, but I'm not mad about it because Arkham Horror is already hard enough as it is. It's these cards that are marked insight, right? We shuffle these up, and you know I shuffle for shenanigans. So we'll shuffle these up and go through every single, I know in some scenarios tokens, yeah. I basically at the start of every single investigation phase, it's an extra card draw. I draw a card anyway, it's an extra card draw. Now his deck also starts with 40 cards, including these. So he gets a little bit, it kind of balances, well, no, it doesn't really. He gets 40 cards, so. And I just shuffle this up. But in here is his main weakness, which is not that, it's not good. It never is, but manageable. But not that, but you know, it's not the worst. So he has 8 health, 6 sanity, so he's close to, you know, they're both investigators. And they kind of offset each other. They both have the same fleeing, but they're about middle of the road. He's a better fighter. So that's kind of how it shakes out. So let's get, and I said so many times. And you know what I usually do? I shuffle these. These are the basic weaknesses. All the basic weaknesses that's in the entire cycle. So I shuffle these up, and I will put these, assign them 1. And after I do that, I will read you the story of the Dunwich legacy. So we can go through that. Alright, let's shake it up. Ooh, ooh, shake it up. I know, now you got that song stuck in your head. Okay, one here, and that is that. We're not going to look at what it is. If it comes up, we'll deal with it. Put it in there. All right, let's read. In Arkham Horror, 1960. No, let me get my glasses. Then I'll read the real story to you. Prologue. Dr. Henry Armitage pours himself a glass of Pinot and sits down at his desk, gesturing for you to sit across from him. I apologize for the short notice, he begins. His face is pale, his forehead sweaty and wrinkled with worry. Armitage, the head librarian of Miskatonic University and a former mentor of yours, privately contacted you in the hopes of gaining your assistance. Eager to help, you made your way to his home in Southside. Upon entering, you were surprised to find his home in disarray. Books and notes litter his desk, and an empty bottle of wine has tipped over onto the ground by the fireplace. You've also known Armitage to be neat and well organized. The elderly man takes a moment to collect his thoughts. I'm looking for two of my colleagues, Dr. Francis Morgan, Professor of Archaeology, and Warren Rice, Professor of Languages. Warren was supposed to meet up with me. Oh, I know, right? Eat your heart out, foreteller. Warren was supposed to meet up with me over supper earlier today to discuss several important findings, but he has since gone missing. At first, I thought nothing of it, but I have a nagging feeling something else is going on. A very familiar feeling. You've never seen Armitage quite this worried before. His hands tremble as he reaches for the glass on his desk, and he sips from it nervously. I tried to find Francis, hoping he knew where Warren was, but he too is out of touch. Francis has been spending a lot of time in some gambling den, or so I am told. I sent for you because I'm worried Warren might be in trouble. I would appreciate it greatly if you could find him for me. You may also wish to ask Francis for help, if you can reach him. So the investigators decide, are we going to go after Warren Rice, Professor, or Dr. Francis Morgan? We're going after Warren Rice. Warren Rice was last seen working late at night in the Humanities Department of Miskatonic University. Let's search for him there. Proceed to scenario 1A. Dr. Armitage is worried his colleague Dr. Warren Rice might be in trouble, so he asks you for help in finding his friend. He seems unreasonably nervous about his colleague's disappearance, considering Professor Wright has only been missing for a matter of hours. So then it goes through setup, and we play the game. So that is the intro to 1A extracurricular activities. Foreteller for this would be awesome. I actually posted on their Discord asking if this could possibly be a thing that they do. It's short blurps of lore, which would be awesome, and it would sound a lot better than me. So that's my Deckard Cain, you know, the stay a while and listen. Diablo, Lord of Terror. So let's see. Hey Hans, how's it going? Alrighty. Shuffle up that crazy deck of death, and let's shuffle up this. So we just need to shuffle these two up, and we're ready to go. Quiet halls. So let's talk about the agenda and then the act, and I will lean forward so you'll probably see like the top of my head. You have arrived at the Miskatonic University campus in search of Professor Warren Rice. Classes are over, and a mysterious silence hangs in the air over the quad. After hours, Professor Rice was last seen several hours ago by one of Armitage's students in the Humanities building. So, all these buildings here, for people who are just joining in, like, Canje, I am not even remotely going to look at your first playthrough because it was a train wreck. Then, I would say, yes, you're right. But the second one was better. But I'm shuffling. That's why I'm not moving the other things. But the other, the locations are not. You can't go from one to the other easily. You actually have to travel through. And how do you know you have to travel through? Is we start off in the quad here, right? And you see these symbols at the bottom? These are the locations that connect to this location. So if you look at this one, see it only has the red square and the plus. Well, the plus is the quad, the red square is the humanities building. So the quad connects to all these locations, but you can't go from, make sure I say this right. Oh, you can actually go to the administrative from the library. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't go from the administration building to the library because this has a circle, that has a triangle, and that circle is not in the bottom down here. You'll see what I mean as I start moving around. It's just location based, so you just don't hop everywhere you want. Let's start it off. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see what we've got for Roland. Roland has teamwork. Investigators at your location may give you or trade number of items or assets. Emergency cash, which gives me 3 resources. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Fast play, after you defeat a monster, investigators at your location, heals. This is awesome. Physical training, which lets me raise up my fight as much times as I'd like by spending resources. And evidence, fast play, after you defeat an enemy, discover 1 clue at your location. Clues are my life. So 1, I'll keep that one. I'll keep if it bleeds. And for the lovely, lovely fast play, but I'm gonna trade it, I'm gonna mulligan this 1 card, the teamwork, to get emergency aid. And then we shuffle that back in, and that's his starting hand. No weapons, but that's okay. He already punches with 4. I'm about to boost it up with that physical training, so he'll punch with a lot more. They also all start with resources, so I haven't forgotten about that. Not to say you didn't do a great job, Akata's right. I know what you mean, Steven. Nah, it's all good. Let's see. So he'll start off with 5 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these 5 cards. Joe starts off with Art Student. After Art Student enters play, I immediately discover a clue at my location, and Art Student's an ally. Awesome. Curiosity. While you have 4 or more cards in your hand, this just starts boosting up and up and up and up and up, which is cool. Research Librarian, another assistant. After Research Librarian enters play, search your deck for a tome and add it to your hand. This is big because there's a specific tome I want. And a weapon. Hey, that will work. And then we have Inquiring Minds. Commit to a skill test only if there is a clue at your location. And it gives me 3, which is pretty awesome. I want all of this. This is everything I want. So that's staying in his hand. Okay. Oh, he gets 5 resources. 2, 4, 5. Right? Yeah, 5. Okay. All right. Don't know how long it might be in the chat. It's almost midnight here. Oh, really? I'm glad you're able to show up, Hans. I really appreciate it. And you know, I love your comments about the stuff that I'm, making sure I don't miss anything. So what we start off with is the quad. We flip that over. A Shroud of 3. It has the Resign ability that says, we can't find Rice anywhere. You leave the campus hoping Armitage will forgive you. So we come back to the quad and we can resign if we want to as an action. And we're gonna start it off. Here we go. So he was last seen as the Humanities building. So Joe, what do you know, is going to go from here to the Humanities building. Flipping that over, it says, forced. At the end of your turn, if you're in a Humanities building, discard the top X cards of your deck, where X is the amount of horror on you. This is an awful place, but it has two clues per investigator, and the Shroud is 3. So 2 clues per investigator. 1, 2, 4. And the Shroud is 3. So that was 1 action to move. My next action is going to spend 2 to put down the research assistant. And as soon after a research assistant is played, oh boy, got a clue. Hey. And that is a reaction. So reaction to her being played. So that's 2 actions. And my third will be to play 1 to put down the knife. And that is his turn. Remember, we have to commit 3, as this says here, which I probably didn't hold up for you to see. 3 per investigator to move this forward. So that's his turn. He is done. The main man here thinks that's important too. So he's going to start setup. He's going to spend 2 resources to put down physical training. Put it over on this side so you can see better. And move that up so you can see better. And then he is going to move to the Humanities building for 2. And then he is going to search for 3 into the bag of doom. His search is 3. Can I commit something on that? Nah, because I want to make that a free grab. I'll just play it where it is. What do we got? Boom! +1. Success. So they both got 1/1. That ends their turn. Okay. At the end of my turn, there's no horror on me, so I don't lose cards. Enemy phase. There's no enemies to fight, so cool. Now, refresh phase. Refresh. Refresh. We get that's a card and another card. He gets a flashlight, which is really cool. He gets the book that I was going to use the other thing for to get, the Old Book of Lore. So, exhaust Old Book of Lore, choose an investigator to your location. That investigator searches the top 3 cards of his or her deck for a card, draws it, and shuffles the remaining cards into his or her deck. So, it's a card draw, beautiful thing that happens. Okay, then the awful thing happens. And the doom goes on here. You get Ancient Evils Revelation. Place 1 doom on the doom agenda. Why? I don't want to. You get... I swear I shuffled this. You saw me do it. Alright, this might be bad. This might be bad. Okay, but that was it. Our turn, he gets a card from forced to draw from his hunch deck, which is Shortcut. On the investigator turn, he does. I remember to pull it. So he gets that. On the investigator turn, fast draw, fast play, shortcut. Play only during your turn. Choose an investigator at your location. Move that investigator to another location. And it's -2 to play if I'm going to play it, but it's cost 0, so freebie. Anyway, his turn. He is going to, his book of bookiness is 4. Can I boost that up because I know the cards will be against me? Yeah, sure. I'll add curiosity to this search. So this will make it 5. -2, 3. Perfect. Boom. So he's got 2. So that was 1. Then he's actually going to, You know, if I'm looking for the professor, he isn't in the humanities department because I'm searching through it. I don't find the guy. I'm probably going to check his office. He's archaeology, so it's not the science building. Let's check the administration building. So he is going to move. That was 1, 2 back to the quad. And then 3 to the administration building. The administration building says, forced, after administration building is revealed, put the set-aside faculty offices into play. Forced, at the end of your turn, if you're in the administrating building, discard the top card of your deck. Oh no. So the faculty building is a side thingamadoo hickey here that gets put into play. There we go. Table space. Maximize. That ends his turn. That's not good. And there is 2 clues in here per investigator with a search of 4. Good grief, man. Okay, so that ends his turn. The man's turn here. He is going to pay 2, put down flashlight. Flashlight, get 3 supplies on it. 2, 3. And then that was 2 turns. And then for his 3rd magic trick, pop. He's going to spend one of these to investigate. And -2 shroud, so it's just 1. They stay in the hunch deck, so if you don't play it that turn, it gets shuffled back in. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll put it back in. No problem. Alright, so they just kind of cycle. I understand. Thanks, Kim. Kate. I called you Kim, I don't know why. Kate. So that's a 5, so I got that one. Alright. So we shuffle that back in. All good, all good. So that was 3. Alright. Okay. At the end of your turn, if you stop here, top card goes to discard. Okay, took care of that. Enemy phase. No enemies to fight us. We refresh. Boom, boom. Da, 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 da. Draw a card. Draw a card. So he gets another knife. Okay. He gets explosion. Dynamite blast. Choose either your location or a connected location. Deal 3 damage to each enemy and to each investigator at that chosen location. That might be cool. Then, terrible things. Doom. What do you get? Lightning of Peril. I want to see a B-Swords tabletop game. I'd like to see that too, Steven. I would like to see that too. Revelation. You must attach light of to either the current agenda or the current act. Treat all damage as direct damage and all horror as direct horror. Ugh. We are close to getting done with After Hours, so that's what I'm going with. I'm putting it on the act deck so I can get rid of it because it's on the current act, not the entire thing. Bad news. What do we got? Terror from Beyond. Yeah, I'm going to cycle that thing as fast as I can, Kate. Peril. Revelation. Choose one of the following card types. Oh gosh, I hate this card. I hate this card so much. So basically, I'm going to choose a card type, asset, event, or skill. And each player must discard all of it from their hand. Just all of it. Gone. Gone. Poof. Bye. Bye. Let's see. He's got nothing but events in his hand, so no. Skills, assets. Skills! It's gonna get rid of skills. Take that. Alright. So, that is quite brutal. One would say it's almost Tristan-esque. So, we finished those out. We took care of that craziness. No monsters have come out yet, thank the gravy. I did put a Doom on there. If I didn't put a Doom on there, let me know. But I did put a Doom on there. Investigator turn. He gets this off his card deck, which is Barricade. Attached to your location. Non-elite enemies cannot move into the attached location. When an investigator leaves attached location, discard Barricade. I really don't want to, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to let Roland go first here because I want to do some stuff. So Roland's going to go a 1, a 2. And he can knock it down to 2. Can he commit anything to that? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Okay, so he's also going to search, spending the flashlight and committing this card of evidence to get 2. So the flashlight knocks the shroud down from 4 to 2, and he's going from 3 to 5. What do we got? Woohoo! The bag is on my side. Oh my gosh, I should not have said that. So he's got his 3, and that ends his turn. It says at the end of your turn, if you're here, discard the top card from your deck. I lost manual dexterity. Joe needs the 3rd one. Joe, what can you do, my man? What? Oh, what can you do? You got a 4, it's a 4. No, Joe. No. Let's go to the faculty offices. The door leading into the faculty office is locked. You cannot move into the faculty offices. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for nothing. Okay, where can I go? Because 4 is rough. That was... He didn't do anything yet. So he can move... Let's go to Student Union. 1, 2... Forced! After Student Union is revealed, put the set-aside dormitories into play, and I can spend 2 actions to heal 1 damage and 1 horror. So the dormitories are in play. There are just 2 clues on here. So he went 1, 2, and it's just 1 shroud, so yeah. Let's get rid of that horrible light of Agabugababa. And we got... Whatever. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so. Gosh. Enemies. No enemies yet. Refresh phase. Bloop. Bloop. Card. Shuffle. I did jinx myself. I did just that. Okay. Shuffle. He got Fingerprint Kit. Exhaust Fingerprint Kit and spend 1 supply. Investigate. You get +1 for this You get +1 for this investigation. You discover an additional clue at your location. I'm having the worst time with words today. No, I got his weakness. Cover up. Put cover up into play in your threat area with 3 clues on it. When you would discover 1 or more clues at your location, discard that many clues from cover up. When the game ends, if there are any clues on cover up, you suffer 1 mental trauma. Roland. All right, so 3 on. So we need to get rid of those 3. That doesn't sound like a bad prospect, but that sucks. So, then bad things happen. Bad things happen with this, with that, and with that. So we're at 5 of 7. I shuffled this deck. I swear. We'll get back to that in a second. Who are you? A monster. Location with the most clues, which is with Joe at the Student Union. And it has retaliate. So if I miss, I'm gonna get punched in the face. Cool. Oh yeah, I stopped doing that because that's silly. Cool. So let me get my dice to match stuff up. I did jinx myself, Kate. I did jinx myself, and it was terrible. All right. So. Okay. That happened. Now this foolishness. This nonsense. Asset. Event. So it says I can choose. So choose one of the following card types. Skill. Hey, look, they don't have any skills. If this is not the first time copy of Terror from Beyond drawn this phase, choose 2 card types instead. So somebody's losing everything in their hand. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Bye, Joe. Oh, okay. Joe's turn. He gets a card up here. Seeking answers, investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering a clue at your location, discover a clue at a connecting location. There are no clues at a connecting location. Why is this hard? I don't... Okay, so question. Can I pay for this to not use the seek answer and use the search ability to boost myself to 5? Can I do that? I don't know if that's possible with the hunch deck. And I will await the answer from the mighty Kate. Yes, cool, done. So I'm going to use this as my investigation. So I'll use that and I'll investigate committing this to it. So I go up to 5 and I have to beat 1. Come on. Come on. Thank you. 0. Perfect. Let's get rid of this foolishness, shall we? 3 per. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye. Gone. You go away from me. Okay. Number 2. Rice's whereabouts. Concern for Professor Rice's safety. Professor Rice's safety. You seek out the head janitor who can lend you... Oh, I didn't read the bottom of the other card. That's why you're like, who's the head janitor and why do I need to talk to him? You were unable to find the professor, Professor Rice, but one of the students you spoke to... Ooh, this is blurry. There we go. Spoke with mentioned a strange man entering Rice's office. Unfortunately, the door leading to the faculty offices is locked at this late hour. The student says that the head janitor, Jazz, might be able to go let you in. I need a beeper button. You have an enemy that will attack you. What enemy? I have an enemy? I do have an enemy. I shouldn't have investigated. Rewind. Rewind. 1, 2, 3. Because I have an enemy. I was just excited. I was excited. I didn't want to pull from the bag anymore. Okay, let's rewind that action. And let's fight that enemy. Oh, actually, this will have to sit up here and I get my piece back. Because I can't buy that yet or else the enemy will punch me in the face. So, let's deal with this person right here. That thing. So, come on. Square off. The dice. I have to watch the dice. So it's a skull. -1. If you fail, take the top 3 cards from the top. I did not fail because 2 I had to beat on this monster. And I have 4. So that made it 3. So I hit it for 1. And you... Yep, so I hit it for 1 damage. 1 damage. So 1 damage is on it. Actino number 1. Action number 2. We're gonna do it again. Yeah, you do like I have to have a beeper button like wired to my brain. I pulled the same exact thing, but I still succeeded, and that was 2 damage. That's enough to kill it. So it dies. So that was action number 2. That's out. Action number 3. Search. So we can do this proper. +1, sweet, back on it. So now that happens on my 3rd action. Then we advance this. We get rid of this card. We then go look for Jazz, who might be able to help. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and set Jazz into it. So we get Jazz Mulligan. Encounters. Put him in the center. Ooh, other way around, put him in the center. I need a beeper button. I'll have you wire it to my brain. So like as soon as I mess up, you just be like, eh. All right. So that's up there. Bryce's whereabouts. Now we're looking for Jazz. Concern for, oh my gosh, I gotta hold this up. Concern for Professor Rice's safety. You seek out the head janitor who can let you into the locked sections of the campus. Spend 1 clue to discard the top 5 cards. I know, small table, but why don't you lay the enemy besides the investigator cards you can easily see? Because if I did that, like as I'm building this stuff out, you would not be able to see anything else I lay out. Like, super small table. I know I got some space up here, but there's a reason why I have space up here. More stuff's coming. So that's why I was like, trying to make best use of the space. Where was I? But good idea though, Hans. Let's see. Spend 1 clue. Discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. Top 10 instead if there is 1 player in the game. That's not me. Force. If you discard Jazz, then resolve his revelation effect. Objective. When you take control of Jazz, advance. Okay. So that ends his turn. I can't get into the offices, and I need clues. Shoo. Let's see. When you would discover 1 or more clues, discard that many from cover up instead. So he's on the move. Let's go to the dorms. See what's up. 1, 2. I need to be getting rid of this because I don't want mental trauma. Oh, and I didn't use this, so I need to shuffle this back. I didn't use it. Let's see. He could search for that clue, but that would just be getting rid of cover up. Yeah, let him do that. He'll search for the clue. He just needs 1. He's got 3. -1, 2, which is enough for the 1. He'll get rid of 1 of these guys. And that's his turn. Whew. Okay. That exhausts him. Enemies, where are you? Nowhere. Restock. Restock. Probably be a good thing for Jenny. She'd just be like building up stuff. He gets a lab assistant, and you get dodge. He pulls dodge, fast, play. When an enemy attacks, an investigator cancel that attack. Or this. Your maximum hand size increased by 2. After lab assistance, enter play, draw 2 cards. That's important. We're at 6. Bad stuff. Please don't be another one of these. Please, 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 please. Revelation. Place 1 doom and cause it to advance. Yeah, sure. So, let's see what happens. I need my glasses. Where are my glasses? On top of your head. Here we go. So, this is what happens. The university is dead silent. The shadows coil about your feet as you walk, and you swear there is something following you with each step you take. Is it just your imagination running away from you? Just your imagination running away with you? Or is there really someone or something stalking you? Each investigator with 5 or more cards in his or her discard pile takes 1 horror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. 1, 2. Nope. Okay. Each investigator with 10 or more cards in his discard card take 2 horror instead. If the player has completed this house always wins, which is nope, we have not. If extracurricular activity is the first scenario in the campaign, advance to 2A. 2A. Did put the horror on your ally. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. Alright, so Dead of Night. So what Kate was saying is, instead of it coming to me, I can pass it to an ally, and my ally can just deal with the crazy. And I got another ally coming that can deal with more crazy, so Joe can just stay sane. Then you can play a new one. Yep, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, Dead of Night. Professor Rice's disappearance isn't the only thing I miss at the university. You're unsure exactly what is going on, but you're starting to believe. Armitage was right in asking you for help. Each investigator maximum hand size is reduced by 3 while checking his or her hand size during upkeep phase. So it goes from 8 to 5. I had a card that increased my hand size. The lab assistant. So, no. Anyway. So that happened with that agenda. That went down. His problem. Hey, look, put a Doom on there because I shuffled the deck like I said I did. 1 of 3. Okay. Cool. Cool. His hunch deck flips to fast play only during your turn. Until the end of the round, you may use your mind in place of your fight and flight. Use your search. Sure. Yeah, I'll sure. Well, he's gonna play Labs. Your maximum hand side increase after Lab Assist. Draw 2 cards. He's gonna spend 2 for his first action. Play the Lab Assistant. Get 2 cards. Poof. For a reaction. Yeah, these could work. All right. I do think I like they need to make one. You know how the money shufflers are, like the money counters. We need that for card shuffling. We need to get a clue to start discarding stuff. So he's gonna go for that bad boy for action number 2. Skull. -1. Nope. It's only a shroud of 1. So that's 2. And then 3, he's gonna spend this to start ditching some sturf. So 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing. So that was 3. Yep. 1 to put out. 2 to search and 3 to do that. So he's done. There's no more clues here. There's 1 clue here, but no. You are going to go into the dormitories. The door leading into the dormitories is locked. You cannot move into the dormitories. Awesome. So he is going to go 1, 2, check the library. You spend 1, because that doesn't say it's locked, is it? No, it's not. Okay. You must spend 1 additional action to investigate the library. Why? And there's a shroud of 3. Why? Okay, so that was 1, 2. I don't have an extra action to do that. So let's play something. Because deck hand size is a serious thing. Fast play, blow up stuff. Emergency cash. Going down for 3 to get 3. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 cards in my hand. Okay, that ends his turn. Other ally goes to discard now. Because you can only have 1 ally in play because, you know, the game's cool. Thanks, Kate. Alright, so we refresh. Get stuff. 1 and the 1. Shuffle this back in. Dormitories are locked, the offices are locked, the science building's open. Maybe that has stuff we can do in there. Good grief. Alright. New cards. He gets Inspiring Minds. That should be interesting. And he gets Steadfast. While you have 5 or more total remaining health and sanity, Steadfast gains more strength. If I have 10 or more, even stronger. Okay. Please don't have discard stuff. I shuffled the deck. I swear it. You have Revelation. Test 5. For each point you fail, discard a top card of your deck. Deck burn. I hate it. So, Unexpected Courage, I'm going to commit to that because I'm at 4. Nope, I'm at 3. I'm at 2. Okay, let's make this a sure thing. So, I'm going to commit Inspiring Minds to make it... Wait. If there is a clue, can't do it. Commit to skill only if there's a clue. Oh, I'm going to commit to Unexpected Courage puts me at 4. I'm going to lose a card. Unexpected Courage commits me at 4. Lord. -1. So 3. 1, blackjack. 2, my basic weakness. Prey, bearer only, hunter. Discard mob, spend 4 resources to get rid of them. So that happens. That's just in my face. I'll just put it right there. It's in my face. You're in my face. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Another monster. Place with the most clues. There. Because I don't want to forget them, so I get buzzed by Kate. Okay, so... yeah, let me put this here, because there's no really clues here. Alright, so... monsters. Crazy stuff. What the heck? We need to find this guy. Alright. Our turn. Roland. That's 5, because that's how much that is. And he's got stuff he could commit. He can play with an enemy, attacks, cancel it, blow stuff up, heal people, commit to a fight. After I defeat a monster, heal. Where's the one that... did I get rid of that? I did get rid of it, didn't I? Yep, insight. I did. Alright, so... he has to hit for 2. He is going to attack the monster, and he's going to spend... let's see, he's at 4. This is 6, because, you know, there's that -4 in there. So this is 6, I just gotta find 2. By what I know, the weakness was discarded, not played. Okay. Alright, cool. Little bit of delay, but I got there. I get a little lucky. Shroud, -1, -3 instead if there are 10 or more cards in your discard pile. There are not, so -1, which is still more than enough to hit this guy 1 good time in the chops. So he takes 1 damage. That's move number 1. I will never be able to investigate this place, so attack number 2 with 2 more at it to make it 6. -1. So that's enough. It dies for 2 damage. So that's 2. Third. I've got 5 cards. I should have committed this one. I really should have committed the kill. I got all events and all things are beneficial for what I need to do. Let's check out the science building. 3. Because that's not gonna work. Alright, Joe's turn. That got discarded. He needs to get to... this is terrible. 1, 2, let's go to science building. Force, after science building is revealed, put the set-aside alchemy lab into play. Force, when you fail a mind test in the science lab, take 1 damage. Is it that bad in the science lab? Alchemy lab. There we go. The alchemy lab leading to is locked. Of course it is. There are 2 clues in here with a shroud of 2. So that was 1, 2, and then he's going to sitch, and there's a clue there. So, no, that might be good for a fight. I'm gonna hang on to that. So, he's just do a regular search. A 4, and he has to beat 2. He didn't beat 2. He failed. He failed horribly. Horribly. Alright. And then it's his turn. This isn't going well. So the first 2 times I played this, I was successful. But I'm not. Okay, so... enemies. There are no enemies to fight. There are no enemies to fight. Refresh, but I don't know if this will matter. I've never gotten this far in the negative. Oh, and I didn't reveal one of these preposterous sketches. Only if there is a clue at your location, draw 3 cards. I could have used that instead of searching, but hey, sada. I forgot about that. I forgot about the hunch deck. Alright. Card is gun. A card is gun. Woohoo! Check deck size. Yep, I'll get rid of Steadfast because I want my gun. Both of them got their guns. Then bad things. So blip, blip. This is 3. So let's see what happens. I see the next one's just 2. A cry of fear. What? Showing them guns. This is a good time to find your guns. Yeah, right. A cry of fear echoes through the campus, and several students flee from the eastern side of the university, where the science building can be found. Could this commotion be linked to Professor Rice's disappearance? If the dormitory location is not in play, put it into play. If the experiment is in play, move it to location 1. What is the experiment? If the experiment is not in play, spawn it in the science building. Dear Lord. I'm gonna run from this thing so hard. So I'm gonna let me put this over here. Before I show you this creature, let's read Agenda 3. Some kind of wild creature is on the loose. Whatever it is, it appears to be headed towards the university's dormitories. Force, when the agenda would advance by reaching its doom threshold, instead remove all doom in play and move the experiment 1 location towards the dormitory. If the experiment enters the dormitory, advance. Alright, you ready to see what this horrible thing looks like? Now, massive, right? It has 7 health. No. It doesn't. It has more than that. +3 per investigator. It has 13 health. 13 health. And when the enemy phase begins, ready the experiment. Objective: the experiment is defeated, advance to Act 3B. Act 3B. 3B? That's weird. Something went terribly wrong. It has 13 health. And it's here. So, Haba. 12, so it has 13 health on it. And it says, when the enemy phase begins, ready the experiment. It hits for 2 and 2. 13 health. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. You're going to run for your life, my good man. And then Roland's gonna equip, and we're just gonna start busting caps. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna deal with. Oh, God. No, I need to find that guy, don't I? I have to find him to advance. But this monster is here. Okay, then let's find out what bad things happen. Arcane Barrier, attached to your location. As an additional cost to move into or out of, test Mind 4 if successful, discard it. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effect or move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck. He's not running. He can't. Eager for Death. Revelation, test 2. Increase the skill test difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. If you fail this, take 2 horror. Oh, boy. Things went bad. Freaking bad. I'm gonna throw dynamite at that thing for sure, but I can't get him out. I need that. I need the dodge. I need the dynamite. I will need the first aid, and I need my gun. His mind is 3. I really should not do this. I got to. I got to. I don't want to take any horror. They're not horror people, so I'm gonna put this on here to make it 4. I succeeded. Thank gravy. Okay. So the rule goes, actually, let me deal with Roland first, because the rule goes that if you do anything other than evade or fight when a monster's in your face, you get hit. Okay, Roland, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put them on this gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Joe, I really need you to get out of there. I'll just knock off 3 off of him. I can move in the area and attack the creature. That would be 1 and then 2 actions to shoot it. But I can't, I can do the gun, which gives me +1, so I'd go from 4 to 5. If there are 1 or more clues on your location, you get +3 instead if I use it as an action. So it would be, I have to hit him for 4. You get +1, the attack deals 1 additional damage. So this would be, there are clues at that location. So I would get a +3 if I use 1, so I would be at 7. And I would do 2 damage to it both times. So that'd knock it down a little bit. Still got your encounter cards to deal with. Yeah. Evade time. Roland's going right now. Really want to throw that dynamite. Actually, let me retcon that. Let's see what happens with him first. Because he can't get out of there. Well, otherwise you must either cancel the effect or move or discard the top cards. So I'm going to evade. His evade is 2. There are clues at that location. I'm going to commit this to it, the Inspiring Minds, to make these evades as well. So these will be 5. So his evade is 5. 5. 5. 5. His evade is 5. God. Oh my gosh! It didn't have retaliate. So it shouldn't hit me. It didn't have retaliate. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. I just fail. I gotta try. I'm going to try to evade it again. -2 of 2 is 0. Oh my gosh! Alright, here we go! Last time. Evade. Oh, I didn't draw the Hunchback one. Connect the dots. Fast play. After you discover the last clue, it's -1. It's still not enough to evade. I failed. That's his 3. He can do nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. Roland, however, is going to come in on his turn. Well, no. Let's do this right. He's going to put down his gun, spend the 3, make it 4. So that's 1, 2, shoot this guy with a bullet from his gun. And since there are clues on location, it's 3 plus 4, 7. -2, still enough to hit it. I hit it for 2. So 1, 2. Okay, so enemy's turn. It says force when the enemy phase begins, ready to experiment. Experiment's ready. So it would attack and Lab assistant's going to say bye-bye. So, bye-bye, lab assistant. This gets reshuffled. There are no more enemies located around. If you make me discard anything, I'm going to be furious. So, here we go. Refresh. Boom, boom. Refresh, refresh. Bad. Oh, draw card, draw card. Draw card. Fingerprint kit. Because it's massive, it's engaged with both investigators. Oh. So does that mean that Roland takes punishment too? Let's go to blue. So I kept the guide up just in case I was curious of this ruling. And let's find massive. Am I back? Okay. Can you hear me now? Better? Better, worse? Yes, better? Alright, cool. I played dodge to cancel that attack that Roland would take a punch to the face. Alright. Where was I? So this thing's gonna punch you no matter what. Because it says forced at the beginning of the face, ready him, even if we evade. Our job is just to get away. Okay, so we drew cards. He drew the Lady Inevitable, fast play, only during your turn, attached to an investigator at your location under his or her control. When you are dealt damage and or horror, discard the Lady Inevitable and cancel all damage and or horror just dealt. When the Mythos phase ends, you must either spend 2 resources to discard or discard it. That's happening. That's coming out soon. Then the bad things come out. That happens. Okay. Bad thing number 1. Offer fear. You must either choose, draw 2 cards, or place 2 doom on the current agenda. I'll draw 2 cards. That puts me at 5. So no. Or take 2 horror. Oh, draw 2 cards and place 2 doom on the current agenda, or take 2 horror. I'm gonna take 2 horror. Not or. Let us in and we'll burn your house to the ground. That's basically what just happened. And I have nobody to throw it to, so that's his. His monster location with the most clues. There's a tie. You're going here. There's no, you're going there. I already got enough problems of my own. All right, so their turn. It's time to get out of dodge. Choose an investigator's location, heal 2 damage for the investigator or from an ally asset you control. There's no damage given, but there is a bomb. And I can hit this creature if we can get out of here. So you, -1 of 2. God. Blast it. Oh, and I'm supposed to reveal this. Ah. Weakness! The weakness that I had shuffled, his weakness, unsolved case. Place one of your clues on the location with the highest shroud. Place one of your clues on the location with the highest shroud. Remove unsolved case from the game. If the unsolved case would be shuffled into your hunch deck, add it to your threat area instead. For the remainder of the game, it gains force. When the game ends, Joe Diamond earns 2 fewer experience for the scenario. His weakness was drawn. So, place one of your clues, I have none, on the location with the highest shroud, removed it from the game. If unsolved case would be shuffled into your hunch deck, it would not. Add it to your threat area. So basically it comes out in my threat area. Worst possible scenario. Sorry, the eyes are tired. I'm off to bed. Bye, Hans. Glad you were able to join for a little while. I will need it. I did better last time. Oh my gosh. This thing. -1. Again to dodge. I cannot succeed. Unless I really can. There we go. Finally. On the third go. And shortcut would have been great right now. So that's the end of you. All right. Let's just keep shooting it. Why not? So there's clues on locations, so I'm up to 7. Let's just keep on. Let's just keep doing what works. -1. I did not fail, so I hit you for 2, so you go down to... I'm gonna do it again. Up to 7. So I hit you for 2. And then third, I'm gonna shoot you again for 7. Hey, hit you for 2. Okay. So that was all 3 actions. If you get down to 3, I'm nuking all 3 of us. I hope you know that. If I get it down to 3 health, I'm dropping the bomb. Alright, so that ends their turn. This thing just has retaliate, but it doesn't move. Enemy phase. Forced. When the enemy phase begins, ready the experiment. And then it does what it does. I assume it punches us because it's just going to punch us. Because, you know. Can I fast play anything? Fast play! I was supposed to play this card, but I decided not to. But it says fast play only during your turn. I can heal us. So we just need to dodge it, and I can heal people. And then I'm going to blow it up. So it's going to punch both of us for 2. And 2. And I still then reveal this hunch deck. This hunch deck. 2. Okay. So, okay. Alright. Alright. So we get resource buildup, card, strange solution. If you succeed, discard strange solution, draw 2 cards, recording your campaign log that you have identified the solution. No, you didn't lose audio. I'm sad. Oh, that's right. That's right. But it really doesn't matter much. I have to shuffle it anyway. Okay, so that was the refresh phase. Alright, this gets a thing, and it says when the agenda would advance by reaching its doom threshold, instead remove all doom and move the experiment to one location closer to. You know what? When I move away from it, it attacks me. Why can't I attack it when it moves away from me? Right? Right? Anyway, that's what happened. It's got one more to student union, then one more to the dorm. And that's where it's going, to the dormitories. Alright, so then bad, bad. I put the doom on there. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Get rid of stuff. I have assets and skill. No, just assets. I have events. So skills. Nothing. You. I shuffled this bleeping thing. So I'm losing everything of something. He has the gun. Use up to 2 tools assets you can control. 4 ammo. I deal +1 damage. I can try to kill this silly creature, but I have to break this garbage. I tell you what, events gone. Right now, I'm at the point where I just need to kill this thing. So events gone. Thanks a lot. Thanks. And skills. Goodbye. Alright, you lose this event. Okay. That is the worst weakness for Roland whatsoever. But Roland's gonna deal with it. Force at the end of your turn, take 1 direct damage. What would happen? Alright. What do I need to test? Mind. There's no one else here. Spend your stupid 4. Put your gun down. And then you get 4 ammo on it. It's a 2-handed weapon, so the knife goes bye-bye. Alright. If you're successful, Arcane Barrier, you must either cancel the effect of your move or discard the top 5 cards. I'm not testing crap. Well, what do I have to do? As an additional cost to your move, I must test. And I committed that to make it 3. 0. I failed. So, discard 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my action. Get rid of this stupid thing. So that's 1 action. 2, shoot it. The dynamite's gone. And the dynamite's gone because the dynamite was an event. And I would have loved to throw in the dynamite, but this thing came out and took it away from me because I wanted his gun. So he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot with... You get +1 and deal +1 damage for this attack. If this attack defeats an enemy, you may move an insight from your discard pile into. So he's at 5. And I have to hit 4. Hit. So you take 2 damage. You go down to 3. And the dynamite would have been great, but he's going to shoot again for a second. Go. Shroud, -1. He was at 5. -1 is 4. Oh god. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Nope. Nope. If I have 10 cards in my discard pile, it's -3. Miss. He's about to go crazy. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Alright. The dynamite would have been key right now. That could have solved this problem. No boom! It's gone. It would have been great. But that silly card came out. I'm going to spend 1 action to draw a card. Taunt. Engage any number of enemies at your location. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Let's do it. 2, 3, fight. And I'm going to commit this card to the fight, which makes it 5, 6, 7. -1, still hits. All I do is hit him for 1, which takes him to 2. So that was 1 to draw a card, 2 to move, 3 to fight. He attacks. I'm going to... Nope, that's Gloomhaven where you do that. Oh, and I didn't even reveal this card. I keep forgetting to do that. Joe, because of that horrid miss that probably would have been helpful, gets hit for 2 and 2, which that's 6. Joe goes crazy. Roland gets hit for 2. Let's say take 1, that's 3. And 2, he's at 4. And that ends his turn. Ah! Oh, Joe's gone insane. Alright, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. Ready, up. I don't know why I did that. The knife. And I thought it was fast play, but it's not. And he can't take a hit, so he's got the knife. It doesn't matter, he's gonna swing at this dude twice. So, that happens. Please don't be anything dumb. Cast 5 mine. For each point you fail, discard the top card of your deck. No, I need that to fight. Got 3. So, -1. So I had 3, I'm down to 2, so I lose 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. My turn. Here we go. All the tea. All the tea. So I'm at 4, 5, 6. -1, 5. I hit him for 1. And then we're going all in, folks. This is it. This is it. So 4, 5, 6. It would have been 5, which is 4. So I still hit him. So now I'm at 6. 7. Killed it. Alright, so if the experiment is defeated, advance to Act 3B. Oh. Oh, this is 3B. Okay, I don't even have to do 2 anymore. Sweet! Advance to Act 3B. And here we go. Nope. There we go. The monstrous creature lets out a terrible shriek as it succumbs to its wounds and collapses onto the ground. A foul odor emanates from the corpse as its flesh begins to bubble and froth. Ew. Your relief turns to disgust as the body begins to shrink and disintegrate. Minutes later, the body has almost entirely evaporated into a sticky mass, and the awful odor has vanished. Inside the remnants of the creature's body, all you find is a set of bones, the skeletal structure of a canine. Read Resolution 3 from Le Book of Resolution. Resolution 3. After defeating the strange and terrifying creature from the Department of Alchemy, you rush to the faculty offices to find Professor Rice. By the time you get to his office, there is no sign of him anywhere. In your campaign log, record that Professor Warren Rice was kidnapped. In your campaign log, record that the experiment was defeated. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory values of each card in the victory display. So I beat him. I cleared, nope, no victory. There's victory here, but there's stuff there. No victory. Nada. So I beat him. Yay. Okay. If this is the first scenario of the campaign, advance to the house always wins. Otherwise, advance to interlude 1, Armitage fate. So we're advancing to the house always wins, which is 1B, and that was the second part we're going to play tonight. So I got 2 points. Hey, 2 points. I win. All right, so there's some stuff that happens here. Cover up. When the game ends, I take 1 mental trauma. So he has 1 mental trauma on his brain, and I'll put it there. So that means that he has one problem when we start. This dude, I just get 2 fewer experience, so he gets no experience for what he's about to do because that came out. And he went crazy, so he gets a mental trauma as well. Here. Cho gets -2 due to the unsolved case. Yep. So Roland got 2. So let's look at Roland's upgrades to where we can spend the 2. Extra ammunition. Cool, cool. Or vicious blow. If the skill test is successful during an attack, that attack deals +1 damage, +2 instead of if it is succeeded by 2 or more. Ooh. I might have to punch somebody in the face again. So I think I'm going to buy that for 2. Yep. Yep, because everything else is too expensive, save for extra ammo. Or beat cop. Exhaust beat cop and deal 1 damage to it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. So, between extra blow and beat cop. Between extra blow and beat cop to upgrade. Discuss, and I will set up the next scenario so we can keep on trucking. You'll start with 5. You'll start with 5. Experiment was beaten. I'll make sure, I'll record all that stuff down later. Get this up. That. I'll leave those there. All right. Cool. The house always wins. So there is the agenda deck. The act. There's a lot of act deck here. So one of those will be determined when I go to setup, and then some places to go. All right. Let's break it on down to the house always wins. I've never played, so I couldn't give good advice. I'd say beat cop and take out teamwork. I was thinking ditching teamwork. That's why I was on the top. Beat cop. Okay, dokie, and I'll shuffle in goodness. Dr. Armitage. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Clover Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms just to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. That restaurant is La Bella Luna, a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theater. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in a pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. Enjoy yourselves, he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant front door. All right. So let's see what we build up. Gather all the stuff. So I'm just gonna, you're gonna experience this with me. Look at that. Yeah. All that. This here, this is Dunwich Legacy. This is the entire campaign of that cycle. We're not gonna go all through that tonight. After we finish this, we're done. But just to let you know, the fun. This is all the monsters. So let's find the aces, the rats, and stuff, and the like. So this is what you have to do. Now, a lot of people are a lot more, because this is the one-size-fits-all box, right? A lot of people are a lot more organized than me on this. I'm getting there. And I'm taking cues from everyone that I see who has really good setup to be better at being able to just pull and go. So I will get there. Please bear with me and don't be angry. Please don't be angry. And you look for, you're like, well, what are you even looking for, Canje? Down here at the bottom, there's symbols. And those symbols are what I'm matching up. Yeah, so you're seeing some very horrible creatures. Look at that thing. Good grief. Why? Who made this game? Who? Why? Okay. So you're not in that deck. You might be in here. So I hope everybody's having a good week, and thank goodness that tomorrow is Frat D, so that we can. Ah, here we go. Boom, boom. Got the windmill. That, and set aside the hideous abominations and striking fear and counter set this. These are also in here. So those. Did I find the rat? I found the cubes. I found everything but the. Oh, those are the base sets. That's why. And the base set monsters are here. So we just need to find the rats. That. Almost done. Just need to sift through this. Oh my god. Why? Why did I do that to myself? The rats are in here somewhere. I've seen them. I've seen them with my own eyes. Lita Chandler, remember her? I hucked her like a football at the monsters to save my own skin. I'm not shamed. I'm not shamed about it. Not even the least bit ashamed. All right. Yep, that's all of them. There we go. We got the whole monster deck. So this goes here. This goes here. Put the Clover Club Lounge Club. The house always wins. Put the Clover Club Lounge, Clover Club Bar, Clover Club Card Room, and La Bella Luna locations into play. La Bella Luna Clover Club Lounge, Clover Club Bar, Clover Club Card Room. Put the Clover Club Pit Boss. Put the Clover Club Pit Boss into play in the Clover Club Lounge. Pit Boss. I'll find him in a bit. What else we got? Set the following cards aside out of play. Darkened Hall. And each copy of the Backdoor Hallway. Dr. Francis Morgan, which I have him right here. So put all this to the side. Cool. Shuffle remaining counter cards, which is these. I am used to Kingdom Death, so the more brutal and mean the game me like. Horrible, twisted people, and we love them. It sounds like the abusive thing. It's like they only do it to me because they love me. This will go here. Here, here. Then we will shuffle you all up. So you see me shuffling this madness. Not a lot in this deck either. So we'll be cycling through this a lot. Clover Club Pit Boss into play in the lounge. At the start of Scenario Agenda 1A, grants each terminal enemy the aloof keyword, which stops those enemies from automatically engaging you. At some point, those enemies may lose the aloof keyword. Remember that enemies who are no longer aloof will automatically engage investigators at their location, as per normal. Alright. Well, alright. Alright, so... Oops. Oopsie. Alright, so we're going to get rid of this foolishness. This foolishness. That way. Activities. Here. You're my new encounter deck. Shuffling this all up. Shuffle and a go. Okay. Steven, we need to play Kingdom Death. I am so looking forward to it. I think it will be great. Alright. Love hurts. It doesn't really say where you start. I guess, oh, I'm outside. That's probably what it meant. In front, a guy says enjoy yourself. So we're we're at La Bella Luna. Because it doesn't say like start your, that's why I was like, this isn't really defined out. It doesn't say your investigators start where they are. You just kind of surmise that by what we saw. And I'll organize these a little bit better because I can see what's going down. Okay. Shuffle this new card in here. I like watching you set up a game. Not enough streamers do that, and I think it helps everyone by seeing how it's set up. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I mean, we're playing the game together, so you can kind of see how it goes, right? Bow, 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 bow. Alright. Boom. Terrible bag of trash is right there. There's no setup here, but there's more story for me to read. I swear, something's wrong with my verbiage. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna arrange these so these are a little bit better. So this goes to the clover room, and the clover room seems to be the spanning point of everything else. So we'll put it like that. Because this doesn't go to the door, that doesn't go to the door, they both go here. So that's what we'll do. And I need to find the pit boss. Pit boss! Pit boss. So let's see where he is. Sorry, 1 second. This should not be long. Maybe it might be. Maybe a regular playing card. And me opening up the decks was like, oh, I know where this goes because I'm smart. Mystifying Song, Duke, Search for Truth. But I'll suss him out. He will reveal his secrets to me. Unless the pit boss is not one of the cards. Lord of the Cemetery. I don't even want to spoil myself and know what the hell that's about. No, these are upgrades. So he wouldn't be in. I'll look at the pit boss is an encounter card, I think. Okay. It's an encounter card? Okay. Alright. That means that he's already out somewhere, and I just need to find him. I will find you! Pit boss. Pit boss. Pit boss. Bobby Newport. No. No, this. I know this is that's Carcosa. So, one size fits all. Alrighty. See if he's here in the rest of this. Nope, he's not. Which means he's out on the table, and I just need to find him real quick. Faculty. In here. Francis Morgan. Please stay out on the side. I have to reshuffle this. Pit boss. Haha! There he is. No, I find him. See, you find him eventually. Ooh. All right, so put the pit boss into play in the Clover Club Lounge. And I'll hold him up so you can see what he looks like. Okie dokie. That's him. Prey, highest person with knowledge. He's a hunter. Force, after an investigator at Clover Club Pit Boss's location gains any number of clues, he immediately just kind of like punches him in the face for 2 damage. He has 4 health, 3 evade, 3 to beat. Okay, we are ready. The time is now. So let's go ahead and start our agenda. You have entered the Clover Club Casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour. Filled, what did I miss? Pit Boss is a criminal, so he is currently aloof. Yeah, it has aloof on here. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink, or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal gains the aloof, and he is a criminal, so he is aloof. Forced, if an investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, immediately advance. So we don't want to do that, do we? You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. So when you reveal a chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the chaos bag. If you do remember that you have cheated, group limit once per round. So when the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them in advance. Like, I don't do that. And the house always wins says skulls are -2. You may spend 2 resources to treat this as a 0 instead. -3 if you succeed, gain 3 resources. And I don't have this foolishness in here yet, so it's just against those 2. So cool. Yeah, I don't have one in there. So I don't have to worry about that yet. I don't know if I shuffled. I think, yes, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did shenanigan shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got his 45 automatic. Good card to have coming out. Evidence. Even better card coming out. Hey, I don't have to worry about that. I draw a new card. Curiosity. And taunt. And the machete. So I've got a gun and a knife. I'm okay with that life. When you draw a basic weakness, you just get rid of it and reshuffle. I'm okay with these cards for him. Okay. He has Inspiring Minds. I'm not mad at that card. Emergency Cash. Give him a weapon. Give him a weapon. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Fast play when you defeat a monster enemy. Each investigator location heals. Magnifying Glass. Fast. Ooh, fast play. And prepare for the worst. Search the top 9 cards of your deck for a weapon, asset, and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. So this gets me a weapon. This is for good for searching. Fast play for that is cool. Magnifying Glass is cool. Emergency Cash is cool. I'm not mad at this hand either. And I know we're starting at La Bella Luna to get it started in here. Everybody. Resigned. That was a bust. So there are 2 clues on here. And the Shroud is 2. And when you play KDM, you won't be able to get away from me. I'll be here every minute of every stream. I will be streaming it. Steven and I are gonna play KDM. We're gonna hash out the details, and when you're done, you should sell your copy to one of your patrons. I don't have it. I can't afford KDM because if I could, I would buy a bigger table. But I can't afford KDM. But there is the tabletop simulator version of it, and that's the one that we're looking at to play together. So yeah. I mean, if you're interested to catch a stream, that's fine too. But that's the plan for Steven and I to do it off on tabletop simulator, and we'll play that. And honestly, Brian, if you want to join, you can. If you're able to. So I'm cool with it. But I wish I could afford KDM. If I could afford KDM and I beat it, I'd put it in the giveaway. I really would. Deep Madness is going in the giveaway as soon as I beat it. I mean, and I'm looking down at it because let me sidetrack for a second. And this is supposed to be Arkham Horror, but let me sidetrack for a second. So this, right, plus this will be given away after I beat Deep Madness. Like all of it at once, I'll have a giveaway, and we'll talk about that later. Back to Arkham Horror. So anyway, so let's see. Yeah, once I beat a game, I give it back to the community. If Arkham Horror ever ends, then all of it will be in a giveaway, because I noticed that you have to mix cards between to do stuff, so I can't just say I'm going to give away this cycle. Or else you'll be like, oh, cool, I got this cycle, but half of it I can't use because the monster cards are from the first intro or the third intro or stuff like that. So as soon as it gets to a certain point, I will even give that away too. All right, let's start it off. I will pay 4, 2, 3, 4. Put down his 45 automatic, because it's automatic. For anyone who lived in the 80s that knows that song. I'm old, leave me alone. So, that has 4 bullets on it. Then he's going to search to see if he can find some clues here. We need 4 each. 4 each. Come on. -1, I had 3. -1 is 2. That is perfectly enough. Get that clue, so that's 2. And then he is going to what is he going to do? He's going to prep. He's going to prep. He is going to resource. He's going to gather a resource. That's his third. That's his third action. He's done. My good sir here, he is going to play prepare for the worst. To find a weapon. Nope. No. I don't want that. I want his gun. Give me his gun. Let's be real here. There it is. And then reshuffle. You're never gonna be done with Arkham Horror. I think and everybody laughed at me. I think when I say I'm gonna be done with Arkham Horror, what I mean is I'm gonna get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done with Arkham Horror. Not I will follow it to its inevitable conclusion. I will say to myself, I'm done with Arkham Horror. Alright, so I spent one resource, which I did to spend this. Get this in my hand. Action number 2, I'm going to put down the gun before. So we both are armed. And action number 3, I'm going to search. -1, he has 4. That's enough. So we're prepped. We're ready. We're pumped. All right. So enemies. He is aloof. Aloof means he's just kind of like playing cards. Refresh. Get one. You get one. I shuffled this. I'm going to do it again. Shipping for KDM to Australia is $100. He moves to me. He's aloof though. I thought aloof meant let's go. Kate's schooling me. So let's see. Let's get the informatics here. Yeah, that's a word. Let's see. Aloof. When an aloof enemy spawns, it spawns unengaged. An investigator may use the engage action to fight an investigator cannot attack an aloof enemy while the enemy is not engaged with an investigator. So he just moves. You're right, Kate. He just moves. He still has Hunter. And we'll put this back over here and get back down to the table. So he just moves to me, but he does nothing. And his says, readies engage the oh, so he's just following me, and if I find the clue, gains any number of clues, he's going to punch me in the face. So it's a good thing I found that area, or else I'd just be walking around searching. Alright, bad news bears. Twist of Fate. Revelation. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. So it's damage or horror. All right, that's awesome. You're going to love it. -2. If you reveal any other numbers, take 1 damage. So I take 1 damage. He just kind of scared himself. All right. Monster, swarm of rats. So it says each criminal, it's not a criminal, it's a creature. And it is all up in Roland's face. Actually, I'll put it in this threat area. This is insane. All right, so I just got to punch a rat 1 good time, and that will be cool. So that ends that. New round. Round 2. Fight. He is not engaged with an enemy, so he's going to be like, oh, the club, cool, and then he's going to move into the lounge. While it is Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains an action of this. Oh, yeah, I'm reading to you, and you could read too, right? While it is Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains use an action, discard an ally asset from your hand, gain 2 clues from the token pool, limit once per game. Ooh. From your hand. Do I have an ally in my hand? Oh, and this thing flips. Fast play only on your turn. Until the end of the round, you may use book instead of fighting. And I don't have an ally in my hand. Flah. Alright, so that's 1. There's no clues here. I'm gonna go mosey on to the bar. 2. Oh, cool. While it is Act 1, Clover Club card room gains action. Spend 2 resources, reveal a random chaos bag. So gain 2 clues and 2 resources. If it's a number, gain 2 clues. If it's anything else, nothing happens. Okay. That's what 3 is gonna be. So it's a number. If it is an even number, gain 2 clues. If it's an odd number, nothing happens. You terrible creature. 3, done. I got a rat in my face. And I'm outside, so he's watching the rat in my face. So I'm gonna shoot the rat in the face. It has 1 that I have to dodge. I'm gonna stomp the rats. I'm not pulling out the gun. 0, rat, dead. Because it only have 1 health. Alright, gone. He gone. He laughed at me because I had rats in my face. Okay, so that was 1. I think I'll go for a walk outside now, 2. And then I'm gonna go over to the bar for 3. While it is Act 1, Clover Club bar gains, as an action, spend 2 resources, gain 2 clues from the token pool, and draw 2 cards. Remember that you had a drink. Limit once per game. Okay, so that was 3. Had to deal with that foolishness. All right. Enemy, he's gonna move back here. He follows me back inside. But we'll be able to get this off before he, comes messing. And hopefully I can find an ally. So, resource regen. 1, 1. He gets his weakness. Because that's a thing. Wait, this is insight. This was supposed to be in this deck. That's not right. Let's reshuffle that, shall we? Matter of fact, let me see if I screwed up anything else. Insight. Nope, that was the only one I screwed up. I didn't put it back in the insight deck. So let me shuffle the insight deck. And then let me shuffle his regular. Wait, nope, that was his regular deck. Let me shuffle the insight deck. I messed that up. All right, so he draws Lab Assistant, an ally, perfect. So when this thing moves, he can move back and get that. He draws a knife, so he has that. Then Doom, very fresh, and then Bad News Bears. Should have 10 cards in Hunch. 15 cards in Hunch. 15, not 10. I remember reading that off of the Arkham Horror DB one that you sent me. It's 15 cards. I'm just having me look through there. Let's see. Curse Lock. Revelation. Put Curse Luck into play in your threat area. You get -1 skill value during your skill test. Force. After you succeed a skill test of 1 or more, get rid of this nonsense. Twist of Fate. Reveal a symbol and deal with the trash that comes with it. Oh, okay. I'll adjust. I'll adjust in second take. I thought it was 15 because when I read inside it said, Hunch, it said 15 on there. Oof! That's the worst thing to get. I take 2 horror. Uh-oh! He's about to go crazy. Alright, this might be a short game. Okay, so... that ends that. Okay, so you need to spend 2 resources to get 2 clues. You have 2 resources. You will spend them to get 2 clues. Okay, that's 1. It's a limit once per game. So that's 1. Can you help your friend with the crazies? Oh wait, that's Roland. Ew, I had that backwards. Nope. I had that way backwards. That's Roland's over there. He's over here. He is spend 2 resource, reveal a random chaos bag. So he's gonna do that first. Nothing happens. That was wasteful and pointless. He is going to... I need the pit boss to move out of there so he can do something. He's going to get a resource as a second action. And... he's going to spend the resource cache to get 3 resources as a third. Build it up. Alright. That sucked. His turn. He is going to spend 2 resources to get 2 clues. So that's 1. What can he do? Can he do something to mitigate the crazy? Not right now. Not with anything he has in his hand. He can put machete down. He can commit that to a fight. Yeah, not much he could do, so that's 1 to do that. And draw 2 cards and write down that you took a drink. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Write down, I'll remember that I took a drink. Because I have the app, and I'll just update the app. So I'll make sure I do that. Yeah, more, yes, I know. I'll take care of it. The inside cards. I think I got everything I'm really gonna need here. 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 1. What is 2? I need to lead that guy away somehow. I'm gonna have him go after Roland. So Roland's not gonna move. 2. Let's resource up. That's 2 and 3 to put down the guard dog. And that'll end Roland's turn. Alright, so Roland got drunk. He's gonna move to Roland. And then resource bump up. 1, 1. Card. Guts. Due to break into... oh, the highest study. You're right. You're right. He'll track Joe. Thank you. Art Studentio. Wait. Yeah. An art student? No, you didn't. You had a you had this. Because you don't have an art student in your deck. There you go. Alright, so Guts and Bandolier. Alright, refresh this. Stuff's getting serious. They might die. First up, Peter Clover, holding all the cards. Force, at the start of the enemy phase, if no investigator controls Peter Clover, deal 1 damage. Exhaust, Peter Clover, automatically evade a criminal enemy in your location. How do I get him? I don't understand this card. At the start of your turn, if no investigator controls Peter Clover, there's nothing to parlay. Strange. Oh, Roland does have an art student? Then that was Roland's art student. There's nothing to parlay. I don't follow that. That was you. And he had Curse Luck, so that goes down there. He's out of play. Should not be in the encounter deck yet. He should not be in the encounter deck yet. I knew that. He gets a mobster. But the mobster is a criminal, and therefore he is aloof. Okay. Alright, so their turn. Joe is just going to be like, look, man, this place is crazy. And he's going to go over here. And then he's going to discard his lab assistant. Because it says, discard an ally asset from your hand. So that's action number 2 to gain 2 clues. We're 1 away. 1 away. I don't see how this is possible. I don't see how this is possible because, oh, I have to come over here and do it. This is where my 4th one is. So that's, they're in like the worst place ever. So I've gotten these 2, I've gotten that one, I've gotten everything save for here. And I need them to come after him, but that's going to advance whatever's going to happen next on Agenda 1. So that was 2. He's got 1 more. 1 more. He is going to draw a card. Oh, and this is supposed to be out. Emergency aid. And I was supposed to take care of this. There's supposed to be 11 in here. So emergency aids comes out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 in this hunch deck. Okay? This. The rest of these will come in here. We'll shuffle these up. The Arkham Horror DB said like hunch deck and it was 15. So I got confused. And drunk, obviously. There we go. Alright. I make mistakes. It's fine, man. It happens. Alright, so choose an investigator at your location and heal 2 damage from that investigator. Yeah, I'll offer that. That'll work. Alright, so that's his 3. He's done. Rolandowski is going to not time yet for that. Roland is going to move 1 in with Joe. He's going to 2 draw a card, which is the bandolier. He's going to 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. So he has 8 cards. He's going to 3. We'll determine what we'll get rid of. 3, he's going to prep up. Get a resource. And that ends his turn. Monsters. Hoof. Okay. Refresh phase. Knife. Ooh, yeah, I'm keeping that, and I'm getting rid of. I'll get rid of the knife since I have the machete. Actually, yeah, because there's no clues at that location, so the knife won't help me. All right, cool. That ends that. Boom, boom, boom. This happens. Your questioning has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the players have completed extracurricular activities, advance directly to Agenda 2B. So we're going to directly to Agenda 2B. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes through the entrance to the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set in the Cloverfield Lounge. Hideous Abominations is this thing. These things. Okay. Evil monsters. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight it because we're gonna fight it. Okay. And you. In the lounge where we are. Ba-boom! Sorry. Conglomeration. I know. Conglomeration of spheres. Prey, person with the lowest. Hunter, forced. After you perform an attack against the conglomeration of spears using a melee card, discard that card. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, so that happened. Shuffle the rest of the encounter set, the set-aside striking fear encounter set. What? Spawn a random enemy from the from the heinous deck. Shuffle the rest of the encounter set, the set-aside striking fear encounter set, and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, which is this guy. Striking fear. This thing here. This thing here. And that's gone from the game. And everybody's where there would have been anyway. So, fun times. Good, fun, wholesome family time. Okay. Yeah. So we're on Act 3. Just like that. Can I get an Act 2, please? Okay, so Chaos and Clover. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abominations attack everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as the blood begins to spray. Force, at the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as the abomination enemy. Ooh, people are dying. Alright, so I need to get this over with. Alright, oh, this. So then we deal with this. O'Bannon's thug is engaged with you. You cannot gain resources. Something in the drinks. Each player who has had a drink loses one action. And it surges. Surge means you pull another card. Dissonant Whispers. Put Dissonant Whispers in your Put Dissonant Whispers into play in your threat area. You cannot play any assets or events. Awesome! Fantastic! Okay. Okay, so I lose an action. I lose an action because I something was in the, because, you know. Alright, so they are problems here. It doesn't say the monsters aren't aloof anymore. Did they lose aloof? Because we never got to that part of saying whether they do or don't. It's just they're fighting this creature, I assume? Question mark? in an upward cadence? Because they were getting mad with me, and then, you know. So are they engaged with the conglomeration of spheres? I don't know. So let's see what we're going to do about it. Roland. I cannot play any. You cannot play assets or events, so physical damage would have been awesome, and the bandolier too, but can't. I just can't. So I'm just going to shoot it in the face. So that is 5. Hit for 2. So it takes 2 damage. Then I'm going to shoot it again. Skull, -2 at 5. It has 1 to battle. So now I'm not going to spend any resources. I still hit it for 2. 4. Then I'm going to shoot it again for my third action. Oh, no, I don't have a third action because something was in the drink. Cool, cool, cool. That ends history. Criminals are no longer aloof and engage with you. So is the... Okay. Cool, 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 cool. He is gonna start a blasting to get plus, so he's at 5. Skull -2, it's still enough. So that's, and deals 1 extra damage. So we kill the compulsiflagration. We kill that thing. So that's action number 1. So they're coming screwing with us. Cool, cool. I'm gonna blast the mobster. No. O'Bannon. O'Bannon thug. -3 against 5, it's still a miss. And then he'll shoot it again. Come on, get out of there. There we go. And that's 2 damage, so that kills that guy. That's third action. He's done. He attacks the person with the highest, which is 2 damage to him. Oh, I forgot to play this. I usually play this. I'm going to be playing this. When I killed the monster, I was supposed to fast play that. Sorry, I'm going to do it. After you defeat a monster, which that's what it was a monster, each investigator at your location heals horror equal to the enemy's horror value, which was 1. So 1, 1. Alright, I was supposed to play that. Alright, so he gets punched in the face for 2 damage. And he's going to punch this guy, but I'm going to make it go to the guard dog. After the monster... Yep, so he's going to... After monster attacks, you lose a resource. Nope, you're going to attack the attack dog. And you're going to take a damage, you jerk. And the attack dog will take 1 damage. That's how the attack dog works. Yep. Yep, I took 1 each and mitigated. I might not know stuff, but I know stuff. So, what was I doing? Resource gather, resource set. So 1, 1. Card. Blackjack. Yes, first aid. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than 8. I'll get rid of you. I'm at 8. And you've got it. Okay. Then Doom token. Bad news. Bears. Twist of fate. Revelation, reveal a random token, and bad stuff happens no matter what. So he's going to take a damage or 2 horror. Survey says he's going to take 1 damage. You. Rotting Remains. Test 3 mind. For each point, take 1 horror. This is why I heal that horror. Oh, this is supposed to go away. So, and it's -1 to tests. I need to beat it by 2. Actually, I got rid of this. Because when I attacked, I beat it by 1, which was enough. That goes away. And when I did this, I beat it by 1. That goes away. What can I commit to this mind test? I'm gonna commit Taunt to make it 4. And I gotta get 3. Yes. Okay. Alright. Back to where we were. Now, y'all wanna screw with me? Fine. I'm going to shoot. Pit boss. So I'm gonna let Blackjack die by the dog. Pit boss. -2. I had 4, 5. I had 5. So -2 is 3, which is enough to hit him. He takes 2 damage. And then I will shoot him again. Because he made me angry. -2. Still the same. You're dead. Yeah, you die. So that ends. So that was 2 actions for you. You're not engaged with this jerk. Yes, you are. This goes away. He's gonna use his 3rd action to attack that guy. This is a straight up attack of 4. -1, 3, which is enough. You die. Cleared the house. That's how Roland do. Alright, so then Johnny Go Lucky's turn. He is going to 1. Come on. -2. If the number is even, gain 2 clues. Woohoo. So he's got enough. I need 1 more for this guy. We need to power up. We need to power up. He's got 1 thing left. He's going to put down the Blackjack. And so it was 1, 2, 1 move, 2 do the thing, 3 put down the Blackjack. He's dead. No, that's 8. No, that's 8 advance. No, that's 8 advance. 8 advance. 8 advance? Yeah, it's 8 per. 4 per. 4. Oh, 4 total. No, it's 4 per. Didn't I read that wrong? 4 per investigator. When the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately advance. The requisite number of clues is 4 per investigator, which is 8 total. So he has 3. He has 5. I don't have enough yet. Because it didn't say as a group. Right? Yes, but they can be on any investigator. I'm just going to believe you and look that up later. So, sure, we'll advance it. They mean as a group, bad wording. Oh, okay. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, which, weird, because there's monsters coming through the window, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Canje, hey Kate. Hey Rory, how's it going? Put the darkened hall into play. If it is agenda 1, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawned in the darkened hallway. Well, it's not agenda 1. It's not Agenda 1 at all. So Darkened Hallway comes into play here. All right. Act 2. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club where only VIPs and the club's managers are allowed. If you are to find him, you're going to have to sneak or even fight your way in. Objective. Only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. I don't know where that is, but cool. But that ended his turn. So let's see what happens next. No enemies to fight because we are awesome. So we killed them all. 1, 1. Card. Strange Solutions. Card. Roland's 38 Special. Isn't 38 Special a band in the 80s? Anyway. Darkness, everybody. Darkness. Darkness. Brief. And you're connected to this thing, so. Alright. Bad News Bears, number 1. Hunted Down. Revelation. If there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, Hunted Down gains Surge. If there is one or more unengaged enemies in play, each of them moves one location towards you. It engages you as a result. So, Surge. Revelation. Place 1 Doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no Doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. Your turn. Twist of Fate. Grab some dice and please, oh please, get a star. 2 horror. Sweet, because he can take those. Okay, so new round. Oh, Roland. Oh, Roland. 3. Put down the 38 Special. 1, 2. Force. When Darkened Hall is revealed. When Darkened Hall is revealed, put into play the 3 set aside black hole doorway location. So let's pull these down. You're in the hallway. Why do they make this harder than it has to be? You know what I could have done? I could have put it on the guard dog. That's what I could have done with that card. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. He's not going to take 2. He's going to go to the guard dog. And I'll discard the guard dog. So he doesn't have to take it. So that's where we are. Alright, so this is why I said I needed this area, because stuff was coming. So, Blackjack, this is his in-play stuff. This is his discard. Table space, it's a real problem. So that was 3. That ended his turn. His turn, he's gonna go... I don't know. 1... 2? Let's see what's in here. Art Gallery, Forest. After you fail a skill test while investigating the art gallery, lose 2 resources. Okay, so that's 2. There is 2 clues in here. And I just need 2 in the VIP area. So... yeah, that's gonna happen. I didn't miss Jack. Alright, we just need 1 more clue. But that ends his. Then monsters, no monsters. So how are you liking the card version versus the board version now that you've played it a bit? I've played the board version. No, I didn't. I've never played the board version. I played Rory. I played Eldritch Horror. I enjoyed Eldritch Horror. I lost Eldritch Horror, but I enjoyed losing Eldritch Horror. So that wasn't so bad. This I actually like. I like the story to this. It's a lot of fun working a hunch. And dot. Let's do our card count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough. So I liked I like this version better than Eldritch Horror because one, it fits at my table because Eldritch Horror never would, and two, that I like the thematic story of this one a little bit more, even though Eldritch had a story to it. I like this one a little bit better, I'd probably say. So boom, monster in his face. Boom, just a fate. Reveal a random token and deal with what happens. Because I just dealt with that card. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Any other number, take a damage. Okay. Roland. Roland the man. Heal 1 damage or horror for an investigator to location. Not yet. Going in the middle. Going in the middle. So for 1. VIP area. What? While you are in the VIP area, you cannot draw cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. Okay. So that's 1. He's going to search. And he's going to commit stuff to that search. Maybe. Actually, he won't. He won't. Because I don't need him to die, so I'm actually moving there. I'm going to spend 2 resources to put down the Arch Student. And when the Arch Student hits play, I get a clue. So that was 2. And then he's going to search. And he's going to commit evidence to boost that up from a 3 to a 5. And I have to beat a Shroud of 3. Skull -2. I'm good. I got it. I got what I need. Alright. He's done. And he's where he needs to be. My dude. Handle your business. So, handle your business. So he is going to... he's going to fight this thing straight up. -1, that's enough. Kills the rats. Then he is going to search, and he's going to... Actually, before he does that, on my turn, I'm going to fast play. Working a hunch. Spending 2. It says discover 1 clue at your location. So that was 1. Because fast play is free play. 1. 2. 3. Spending them both. Advance. If the players have not completed, if the players have completed extracurricular activities, the VIP rooms are filled with the mangled and bloody bodies of unfortunate patrons. There doesn't appear to be any trace of Dr. Morgan. You hear screaming and gunfire from the main area of the club. Put the set aside Peter Clover into play in the Clover Club bar. Search the encounter deck for an abomination enemy and spawn it in the Clover Club bar. Advance to 3A fold. Enemy. It says find an abomination. There's I forgot to shuffle them in. All right. Let's blind pull. So shuffle up. Then we roll odd even. So even. All right. Another conglomerate. Oh my gosh. Conglomeration of spheres. And advance the 3A to fold. So put this where? Search the encounter deck or out of play for an abomination enemy and spawn it in the Clover Club bar. So I'm not going to be able to save you, Peter. I'm so sorry. So sorry. 3, it's an advance to 3A fold. This one. Okay. Free drinks for whoever gets me the heck out of here, a man explains from the bar. Both of them were in VIP when I did it, Kate. Both of them were in there. I did that exactly. Both investigators have to be in VIP if the clues were spread between them. He got the 2. He got the last one here. So that was 1. He got it for free. 2, 3, which put him in the VIP area to spend the clues. They both are in VIP. Oh, sorry. Delays. I'm sorry for the delays. Let's see. Free drinks for anyone who gets me the heck out of here, a man explains from the bar. While Peter Culver is not controlled by a player, he gains parlay to convince Peter to follow you. If you succeed, place 1 clue from the token bank on him. If there is 1 clue, no, maybe, symbol, I don't know, 1 per investigator clues on Peter Culver, take control of him. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. That's the objective? Yeah, but we can't resign. Yeah, we can't. How? Anyway, sure. Say weird, finicky rules. All right. So that happened. Wait. No, that was that. They just finished. He's in the bar. Does that mean he automatically loses? After you perform an attack against... Oh, no. So this will be going after prey, lowest person with mental fortitude, which will be Joe. So boom. Okay. Okay. And then refresh. Reduction. If the skill test is successful, gain a clue. Manual dexterity. 1, 4, 7. I really need to put out physical training really soon. Then agenda. Bad news bears. There's another location with a resign action. You just haven't turned it over. Oh. I don't wanna. Let's see what do we get. Each player who has had a drink loses 1 action. Awesome. So that's going to keep being a problem. And put Frozen in Fear in your play area. The first time you perform one, it takes 2 actions to do it. Force mine to do it. So he's got 1 action. Awesome. Roland's got 1 action this round. Okay. I really wish I had dynamite. That would be fantastic. Not just oh, and this is supposed to refresh. Not just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So Roland needs to prep. He needs to prep hard. So Roland's going to spend these 2 to put down first aid. 1 action. 2. He's then gonna not yet. 2, 3. Let's find out. Let's find out what you're talking about. There's a resign. Back alley. We can get out of here. I mean, why not? That's 3. And it's his turn. The man here, who this creature is going to be coming for, needs to prep himself. Needs to prep himself. That's the word I wanted to use. Prep. Prep, not wet. Prep. And I've been revealing these things. Ooh, I got a plan. You deal +1 damage for this attack for each clue you have. Can't use it. Cannot use it, so it'll shuffle back. So he'll put down the knife for 1. He should not have drawn that card. Let's see. Sorry, he wasn't supposed to draw that card. 2, 3. Yeah. Bye, Peter. Bye. No. No. Let's end this, shall we? No. Alright, so that ends that. Monster turn. Steps here. We just have to live. If I get the monster in there, I can shoot him. I can possibly kill him, but I don't like that. So, refresh. Card. Knife. I got 2 knives now. Well, nope. A knife in the hand. We're 2 in the bush. And, hey! Hey! That's just gonna be a problem later. So, hey! Alright, so then, bad card, monster in my face. O'Bannon's Thug is there for you. And Mobster is here for me. Cool, 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 cool. Shall we, gentlemen? Alright. We shall. So, to, if there's a clue at my locations, +3. So my fight is 7. So here's how this is gonna work. +1 for each clue at your location. So I hit this guy for 2. He dies. And when I defeat an enemy, I discover a clue at a location, but I won't discover the clue. I get rid of that crap. And then I'm going to fire again. So that's 2 damage. So you die. Instead of discovering a clue, I get rid of another one. So that's 2 actions. I don't want another mental trauma. Oh, this is so not worth it. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. He resigns. Bye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Peter. I am so sorry. Then, because that's too, that's, no. Maybe, actually, because I can get rid of cover-up. We would fight that creature, I would at least be able to do 2 damage to him. Ooh, the greed! The greed! Wait. Oh, that happened before. The first fight would have been 2 actions. The second fight would have been the other. I'm done. I can't do anything else. I can't do anything else. I can't do anything else. Frozen in fear. I don't have a 3rd action. So I'm going to try to get rid of that. I'm just going to see if I can get rid of it. Yes, I got rid of it. That was it. He's done. He's done. Oh, the greed. Anyway, this guy's turn. You're not picking up any of those clues, my friend. And I'm supposed to reshuffle this. to see what's next. Seeking answers. If you succeed, instead of discovering a clue, discover a clue at a connecting location. Nope. No need. Peter, I am so sorry. This is not going to work. You can't leave him, though. You can't leave him. You need to stay where you are. We need the prep. We need the prep. So, what do we prep with? There's clues there, so you can commit to fighting this creature. I could do strange solution and then test. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend this one to put down strange solution, and then I'm going to spend an action to test. -1. Nope, fail. Hard fail. Alright, so that ends his turn. He's done. See if I can get the strange solution sorted out. Okay, so this creature is going to join us. Person with the lowest mind, that would be a man here. He's going to attack him. Take. No, he won't. No, he won't. No, he won't. Fast play, dodge. From Roland. To when an enemy attacks and investigates your location, cancel that attack. Not today. Give him the Matumbo. So that ends that. Peter, can you come to me? Can you come to me? Oh, at the start of the enemy phase, he just keeps taking a damage. So he would have 2 on him because 2 of them went by. Okay. Refresh. I didn't pay attention to that card. Got 1. Card. Card. Beat cop. Okay. Then 2, 4, 6. Next I lose. Alright, so you. Hunted down, revelation. If there is no unengaged criminal enemies in hunted down, gain surge. If there's 1 or more unraged enemies, there's not. Stupid surge. Rats. Rats. You. Arousing suspicion. Place 1 doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. I can only lose 1. Okay. I defeat an enemy. Okay. Shoot, shoot, shoot. We have got to get out of here. Manual dexterity. I'm resigning. So now we're going to resign with manual dexterity to make it 4. This monster's escape is 4. Do I have anything else I can commit to this? Question marks. Anyone? Anyone? Here we go. Oh, evaded. Resigned. I'm out. I will take that manual. I'm out. You have to deal with this rat. So 5. Huzzah! So the rat is evaded. Well, no, the rat is defeated. This thing is gone. I'm out. Resign. I'm out. And just take the damage. I didn't take any damage. I'll have to take the mental trauma though, but we resign and that dude just needs to deal with life. So, if no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned before Act 3 was defeated. I don't know if we're talking about Act 3 defeated. What's the next option? Go to Resolution 1. Right, but I guess nothing told me to read resolution 3 or 4. Right? If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Oh, sorry. You make your way toward the rain-slick streets. Oh my gosh, sorry. You make your way towards the rain-slick streets of Arkham. If an investigator resigned with Peter, R3, otherwise R1. So, R1. We didn't get him. So, R1 happened. R1 says, you flee to the end of the block and pause to recover. Before you can catch your breath, the ground shakes with a thunderous crash. People emerge from their homes and storefronts to see what the ruckus is, and a crowd forms on the street. You head to the front of the crowd and are horrified to see the building from which you fled just minutes earlier reduced to rubble. There is no sign of Dr. Morgan anywhere. So in the campaign log, record that O'Bannon gang has a bone to pick with the investigator. In the campaign log, record Dr. Francis was kidnapped. If any investigator cheated, which I did not, if each investigator earns experience equal to the victory of each card in the victory display. So I looted this for 1, that for 2. I killed the mob boss for 3. So that's it, I got 3 experience. So each got 3. If this is the first scenario, it is not. So here we go. Dr. Armitage's fate. Check the campaign log. If the investigators were unconscious for several hours, read Armitage Fate 1, otherwise skip to 2. Part 2. When you arrive at Dr. Armitage's home in Southside, you find him sitting at his desk, pale-faced and sweating with worry. He is grateful to you for searching for his colleagues, but he doesn't look relieved. With a long pause, he straightens his glasses and explains. I'm afraid I must apologize. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I must apologize. There's something I didn't mention to you earlier. Dr. Armitage then spins a tale you would scarcely believe had it not been for your harrowing experience earlier that night. In the campaign log, record that the investigators rescued... No, we didn't. We did not. Oh, we rescued Dr. Henry Armitage. Any one investigator may choose to add Dr. Armitage to his or her deck. This card does not count towards the investigator's deck size. Yeah. It can be found in the Armitage in a Fate encounter instead, included by this. The story continues in Scenario 2, and that's Scenario 1 of Dunwich Legacy. What can you do? So let me hold him up so you can see. After, blurry. After you draw a non-weakened card, discard the card and exhaust Dr. Armitage, gain 3 resources. And he's an ally. So, resource gain, resource burn. He's going to Roland. So, Roland had 1 silly thing on here. 1. So he suffers 1 mental trauma. Another mental trauma. So Roland has 2 mental traumas, and we've got stuff to record to continue. But that is it for Scenario 1 of it. And it's a little more lengthy because it was the opening salvo to the campaign. So there were 2 scenarios in here. The next scenario is just going to be 1 scenario that we're going to run through for the next one to come, and then the next one, and the next one as we go through. But I'm going to be mixing those in with other games. So let's roll on back up to the top, and let's talk about some few things. All right, so I am vastly off screen. There we go. So that was the beginning of the Dunwich Legacy cycle. And we went through, we looked for Dr. Rice, we couldn't find him. We looked for, Professor Rice. We looked for Dr. Morgan. We didn't die. We might be a little mind hurt, but we didn't die. So 1 mental trauma to Joe, 2 mental traumas to Roland. We got Dr. Armitage, and we're going to see what happens next. So that's pretty cool. That was Dunwich Legacy. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Kate and others, for keeping me straight on the rules here. There's a lot to keep track of with this, and so you know, and plus y'all are watching me. You know I'm shy. So anyway, I think that that's perfectly fine. It was perfectly fine. We had a good time. We had fun. People make mistakes. Whatever. So we did very well. We made it through. So what's coming? Okay. Monday, Gloomhaven. Sunday, Deep Madness. Sunday's Deep Madness. Monday, Gloomhaven. Wednesday is going to be Set a Watch, which I'll be playing, and that ought to be fun. And then Radio Silence, because I'll be moving. And then next Monday, we'll be getting back to Gloomhaven. So, yeah, I won't be doing any Thursday or Sunday ones next week because moving, and I hate moving, and moving is terrible. Anyway, I won both scenarios, which is great. So we'll see how it goes, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you rejoin me to continue it going, but Deep Madness Sunday coming. Like I said, that's the next on the docket. I'm still doing some research into the giveaway because I'm finding that I can't send it anywhere, because not because I can't, but because I can't afford it. So I'm finding the places where I can afford to send you the things, since I have to pay for shipping for the freeness to make it feel really free. So far, I mean, for sure, US and Canada, I can ship. I'm looking across seas to see if I can ship to the UK and anywhere else any of you all are for a decent price. So, but once I get through items, I'll have more information on that. I'm comprising a list. I actually have found in my cleanup as I'm packing to move, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Night, Rory. I am. Oh, cool. Really? I stopped looking because what ends up happening is let's take a look. What ends up happening is I start looking, and then that's all I keep doing is looking. So your channel. Holy cow! I'm 4 short. Yeah, I because what I'll do is I'll keep looking, and then I'll be like, I'm not gonna make it, and then I just start feeling down. So I said I'm gonna stop looking, and I'll look like once a week. And if I hit 100, I can do it. But I'm close, which is cool. Very, very cool. So, it's like Inception. You're watching, solo play of solo play of solo play. Let's see here. Yeah, well, hopefully I'll get there and it'll be good. But the giveaway, more information coming. It's probably, like I said, it's going to begin in February. I've already identified 5 games I'm giving away because I've already played them and beat them. So they'll be happening once every weekend cycle. It'll be a free giveaway to somebody, and I will have full information on what you need to do to take part in it. Like I said, I'll be taking care of shipping and stuff like that. So we'll go with that. Other than that, yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much for joining me for Dunwich, the beginning of Dunwich Legacy. Episode 2 to follow soon. And we'll go from there. Insert comment. Have a nice night, everybody. Bye.